Hey, the floating head and little arms thing. I tried that back in the 90s. I'll rule the tri-state area. I could never maneuver out the front door.
So I just saw Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, directed by Peyton Reed, and it was fine. More so bad than good, but it was mainly whatever. From the trailers, I couldn't really get a specific vibe on what they were going for, if it was serious, if it was more lighthearted. There's nothing really unique to the quantum realm that hasn't been seen before in any other sci-fi series. While watching the movie, I was thinking of Dune, Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy, I'll get back to that one later, Spy Kids, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and weirdly Uncut Gems, because my first thought was when they were in this specific area of the quantum realm was, wow, this kind of looks like Adam Sandler's colonoscopy in Uncut Gems. And then I realized, Zach, don't think about Adam Sandler's colon, pay attention. When it wasn't reminding me of other sci-fi movies, the stuff there was just kind of generic. There was a cool amoeba thing that split in half when they were writing it, so that was cool, and that's really it. I know there's been memes on how similar this movie looks to Spy Kids and Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and at first I thought it was kind of annoying, but it's honestly kind of true. Speaking of Spy Kids 3, the effects were bad. More so than I thought. Like, most of the movie you can tell is visible green screen, not just because this is fake, but the lighting is so flat, it looks like the Breaking Bad Popcorners ad. It was obvious in some shots of Thor: Love and Thunder, but this is way worse than at least I remember. After the movie ended, I was really just thinking about how James Gunn made such a unique universe with Guardians of the Galaxy. After seeing it done kind of poorly here, it made me appreciate these two movies even more for their uniqueness. The most interesting the quantum realm people get is that there's a guy that looks like broccoli, and they go, hey, you look like broccoli. And that's the whole joke. The pacing felt way too slow in the beginning. They spend so much time in this one space bar, it's so bad, guys. The effects were also kind of bad. At some points it looks good, but others not so much. The main effect everyone takes issue with is MODOK, and honestly I'd say he's one of the better looking parts of the movie. I think he looks dumber with the mask on than the mask off. I will be going over story spoilers now, so if that's not something you want to hear, skip to the time code on screen. 3, 2, 1. Basically, Ant-Man is kind of a dick. He isn't really helping people anymore and just cruising off of fame. His daughter has been using some PIM particle technology at protest because she wants to make a difference, but it's not all that important because they get sucked into the quantum realm by the device she made. The quantum teleporter sucks them in when it gets a signal, because Janet did not tell anyone that there were civilizations inside and people could potentially react to the signal. And I get why she wouldn't want to talk about her traumas in the quantum realm, but I don't understand why at no point you would mention, hey, there's like a super evil dude down there that could easily destroy literal multiverses, so we should never go there, never touch this technology, let's just stay away from the quantum realm. Not the easiest topic to broach for sure, but better bringing it up and never having to deal with unintended consequences, right? The beginning of this movie is split between Ant-Man and Casey. There's this annoying joke about this pink guy that keeps talking about how people have holes and how he wants holes, and isn't it funny he doesn't have holes?
Holes! I need holes!
Boy, I wonder if that joke's gonna pay off at some point. That would be really, really funny, wouldn't it? The other first half has Janet, Hank, and Hope going to different sci-fi worlds, and it's kind of boring and aimless. And this was when the film was at its worst, as it's not particularly interesting. There isn't a lot going on. We keep talking about finding someone to stop the Conqueror. When they eventually find that someone, it was Bill Murray, it's pointless and goes on for far too long. It kind of felt like they were going with the Collector from Guardians kind of vibe, but they didn't really know what they were going with. There's a point where he's like, I betrayed you, I'm working with King now, and she's like, how could you do this to me? But since we've known literally nothing about this character, it doesn't really matter. We don't think, oh, what a betrayal, because it's like, oh, he's just a dick. Okay. The only reason he shows up is so that they can steal his spaceship, and they keep pausing the dialogue, I guess for a laugh track. I've noticed they've been doing this since No Way Home, and it's never funny, and it just confuses me. In fact, no one in my theater laughed at all during this movie. It wasn't a packed theater by any means, but there was a decent amount of people there and no one laughed for the whole movie. The jokes pretty much lay itself out, and then they keep saying, did you get the joke? Did you get it? Guys, that joke was really funny. I hope you really got that joke.
Hey guys, I'm here.
Why does your shirt say you shit yourself?
No, the joke is, it's a joke shirt.
I didn't actually shit myself.
Oh no, I mean, I get the joke, it doesn't make sense.
Why would you wear a shirt that says you shit yourself?
No, it's a joke. It's a joke shirt.
I didn't shit myself.
Alright, well, it's a stupid shirt.
Well, it's
you
my
shouldn't
shirt.
wear a shirt that says I shit
And
myself.
I like it.
Why are you wearing
the joke is that his shirt says he shit himself.
MODOK then comes in to start shitting on everyone, and look, the term character assassination is tossed around a lot these days, but when it comes from in here,
I know I'm gonna sound like a dumb little baby, and that's fine, but if I'm being honest, I hate what they did with MODOK here. Instead of MODOK being a bad bitch and just a general hater, they made him Yellow Jacket from the first Ant-Man. What I find funny about everyone hating how dumb MODOK looks is that's just what he looks like. MODOK is supposed to be a little silly looking, and that's why we love him. It's okay to be a little ugly, guys. The other thing is the joke of MODOK goes on for way too long. Each time a character sees MODOK, they go, "Oh my god, Devin? Oh my god, you're a little troll baby." It's hard to believe that Marvel somehow made the initial joke with him less funny as the film went on, but they somehow managed it. Janet explains that she helped Kang, but then realized he was evil, so she blew up his ship's core, causing him to get stuck in the quantum realm. Kang captures Scott and Casey and promises to let her live if Scott retrieves the core for him. And the only kind of cool sequence in the movie happens here. It becomes Schrodinger's box and a bunch of Scott clones appear, with some getting killed by going into the situation the wrong way. But it's of course undercut with the Schrödinger clone of him from Baskin Robbins. Why? Who knows? It's funny, I guess. It just makes you think what a missed opportunity this was. You could have all these different alternate Ant-Man variants trying to help out. Could look cool, you know? Be a visually interesting scene. Regardless, I like seeing all the Ant-Mans pile up together to make a makeshift tower. It's not deep or anything, I just thought it looked cool. Wasp helps Scott out and they get the core. Kang says to Scott, "Your daughter can live without you," before attacking them and stealing the orb. And it was just kind of dumb. It made Kang look really stupid. Just give him what he wanted. Kind of a missed opportunity here, but Kang should have offered Scott the time he lost with his daughter when he got blipped. Would have been a more interesting plot choice and avoid the cliche, "Oh, you lied to me! We had a deal!" plotline. Another small thing I liked was Casey learning to fight from her dad and taking out the guards and freeing some prisoners. She gives a speech to everyone to revolutionize against Kang, where after they get chased down by MODOK. This felt like another missed opportunity. Have Casey fight MODOK in a more rookie, amateur way, but ultimately win. She fights a stronger version of her dad's first villain, showing how she's become a stronger hero like her dad. But no, she mainly just runs away from him, and then when she becomes big, she punches him, and MODOK talks about how he doesn't want to be a dick, and how he can't change. I'm sorry, is this BoJack Horseman or MODOK? The machine organism designed only for killing. My MODOK would never say, he doesn't want to be a dick. Would go, "Yeah, I am a dick. I'm a bad bitch. Look at my giant bald head. I'm gonna kick your ass." My ontologically evil MODOK would never. They bring up the blob hole guy joke again, where he gets shot and then gets holes, causing him to become Kirby, I guess, and eat people. Cool payoff, I guess. Kang then gets angry because he's losing and goes down to fight everyone, evaporating people. He fights Ant-Man, Wasp, and Cassie, and the whole time I'm just thinking, just use your beam move and dissolve them. He then yells angrily, "You're just a guy who can talk to ants," before Hank Pym comes in slowly and dramatically, where a bunch of cybernetic ants come in and wreck his ship. And he just puts a force field down to stop them. Doesn't do like long beam something, or anything to attack. It looks like the ants might lose before MODOK sacrifices himself, yelling, "I'm not a dick," blowing up the force field. They all go to the control room to wire a portal home, which, thinking about it now, why didn't Kang just go, "F it, summon the portal in here, I just need to get out of here, I can ditch the army"? Because his army throughout the film doesn't really do much except have gamer mics and have terrible aim. They all go through the portal except Ant-Man, who fights Kang in a 1v1 trying to stop him from going through. And they make it look like Ant-Man is going to get killed by Kang, but Wasp comes in and saves him last minute. It's probably the best fight in the movie. Even a weakened Kang can still hold his own in a fight against Ant-Man. I don't know why he wasn't doing this good with the suit that made him super good, but regardless, I like it. Ignore everything that doesn't make sense. The portal closes, killing Kang. Scott and Hope are presumably stuck in the quantum realm, and it looks like that for a literal second, and I fell for it because I'm a dumb baby. The portal opens up literally a second later. For all the people that thought Ant-Man would die in this movie, you are way more optimistic than I was. I honestly don't expect any character to die in any Marvel movie unless it's an Avengers movie. They return home all happy, with Ant-Man thinking about how more danger could be coming, as Kang alluded to. There's a scene of a bunch of Kangs preparing for the destruction of heroes from all timelines. I know this because this tweet I saw told me. Now, I'm not sure if this is official, and honestly, I hope not, because you're telling me that Kang, the new Thanos' plan, the new big bad, is essentially the same as Dr. Nefarious from Ratchet & Clank?
Every villain who has ever stumbled will get a do-over. Every protagonist's triumph will be reversed, until finally, a new present is created, in which the heroes always lose!
Like, seriously, guys? This whole movie just makes Kang look way more stupid and weak, and he just didn't do shit the whole movie. He got his ass kicked by ants and MODOK. I always thought what made Ant-Man cool was seeing him big or small relative to normal objects, and seeing how he interacted with them. By sending him to a sci-fi realm that's a mismatch of other sci-fis, you really are not doing him any favors. There's nothing all that new or exciting about the quantum realm you haven't seen before. It doesn't even really feel like a quantum realm as much as they just went to space. The acting was pretty to bad overall. Jonathan Majors did a good job as Kang, but that's really it. The cinematography was bland. They could have gone in a more unique artsy direction if they stuck with one style, but they seem to want to try too many things, which harmed the movie overall. I give Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania a 4 out of 10.